A week after Blackburn soft launch, I left for Batam to take up on a new project. As an owner, I feel that I failed my team for not being able to be there. Every day is battle. There is taken a huge toll mentally. Here is taken a huge toll physically.
It's the grand opening. What if nobody turn up? I need as many eyeballs as possible. The more the merrier, so that people will be encouraged to go visit the store and know that we are finally at Vibes at East Coast.
I am nervous because pizza may break down, chiller may break down, the lighting not really suit what I want. We're putting and closing so many, right? The fear of failing is very high. And it's like hard-earned money. I take months, years to earn the money just to open another one.
This is my journey.
My journey.
My journey.
Playing the long game.
The long game.
The long game.
A week after Blackburn soft launch, I left for Batam to take up on a new project as an executive chef in Nongsa Resorts. It was something that I never anticipated, that it will take such a huge time on me that I could not focus on other things. So it was really something unexpected.
So today we are reopening back Blackburn. So Blackburn has been closed for almost 2 weeks for a few reasons. So one thing, we got an issue with the cash flow. So that one particular day, the table that supports our pit, it decided to collapse. So you can see here, so usually it's high. So when the leg broken, it was so low, we really need a chair to sit to cook. If I stand, I tell you, I'm going to hurt my back very bad. You can see how Surya cooks, like he needs to squat. So imagine how difficult that was for the 3 to 4 days. Then after that, I have to reconstruct on how can I make it much more easy to cook also. So and this is the current layout of what we are going to do from now onwards. Yeah.
After the pit fell, I think everything was continuously going down a bit. So I was not getting really paid properly. Payments were delayed.
The reason of why we closed for almost 2 weeks. So because one thing is the cash flow issue, then followed by the supply issue. We couldn't pay up to them. And lastly, it affects our salary also. So me and Surya was affected, and to the point where Surya made a decision that he do not wish to turn up for work.
With inconsistent pay, I think it was very difficult for me to manage my life. So I went to do some part-time. I think it was good 3.5 weeks. And then I received a call from Yan. I think Yan and Vincent had their own conversation, having Yan and me to take over the shop, to run it on our own. Thank you. I do see potential in Blackburn. That was one of the main reasons why I actually came back here.
So now Rafi is really out of the picture for Blackburn. The thing is, all the funds and all the payout is all go to Rafi. So sometimes, the other day when I try to check with him, he don't even reply me. That's the worst. Suppliers are aftering me. Sometimes I do fork out my own money to get things for suppliers, but if you talk about lump sum, of course I cannot lah. Like for small little things, I can help lah.
Between Vincent and me, our agreement is that for Blackburn, if we don't hit a certain number of revenue per month, then the 60-40 won't apply and the full revenue will go to Vincent. So while I was in Batam, my businesses in Singapore, it starts to drop. And with that issue is one of the reasons why I couldn't pay my staff their salary and I couldn't pay the suppliers. And I was just struggling and drowning in debts.
No matter what, we try to still go on, even though between me and Surya, our contract period is just a year. When the contract period is nearing by, coming to a year, then probably we decided lah. So maybe we want to shift to somewhere else lah.
Somewhere in July, which I received an email from Vincent. He mentions that I have no partnership agreement with him anymore. Around the same time, while struggling with all of this, a good friend of mine, who is a chef, he passed on, unfortunately. He was my classmate back in Shatek when we started all together, when we were both 17 years old. He left unexpectedly, just like that. He just fell while he was working. So it made me think my life choices. You know, why do I have to work this hard, or why do I even want to work this hard? While, in an instant, in a second, he just left just like that without saying any goodbye to me. It really hurts me. Yeah. I think at times of trouble, at times of sadness, having your loved ones around you is essential. It's the most important thing. Just feel like some days like stress also have.
Whatever you going through or whatever you went through, itu semua atas kehendak dia. Just fikir gitu. You have that faith, insyaAllah you'll be safe.
But I know, like at the end of every tunnel, there's always a light.
Yeah.
Just how long the tunnel is.
It's good that you know that, okay, by the end of the tunnel, there's an opening, there's a light. So head to it with a positive mind. Of course I'm worried for him. You know, Mama, we don't stop. Our prayers are endless. See? But we believe that whatever is being given to Rafi needs to learn. He needs to learn what he is going through, and he needs to go through what he's going through.
Not the traffic, not enough, because I put the poster of pork belly and I put the poster of the menu, but 他们都不知道这个是开不开啊。
Hello, want to come try a new menu for lunch?
So the situation of the first day is kind of like a wake-up call. Just because you think it's a good location does not guarantee that you will even survive or even make profit.
Fanny minum air apa-apa? Fanny kan mau Guinness, dia selalu Guinness. My decision to end this collaboration because Chris Pork is a family restaurant. That means my customer, a lot of young people, their mama, their nanai lah, yeye lah. But here, people know this place is for drink, not for having big meal, right? So when I here for lunchtime, a lot of people from outside just viewing from the window, but the glasses at the door is not clear enough people to see what do you sell. Enak?
Enak, ini Indonesia banget.
Iya, memang bikin Indonesia banget. Makanya aku tuh kepingin buka lagi yang dari sini. Gak maksudnya dari sini cari tempat yang lebih cocok ya untuk makanan. Terus mau tak masukin masakan Indonesia, nggak cuma jual babi tok gitu loh. Kayak rawon, kan yang otentik banget, yang Indonesia banget gitu loh. Hey, hello. How is it in Semarang?
How is it? Still slow lah.
Chris is now at Semarang, at the Central Java, doing at the food fair, but not selling pork, selling the halal food. The last day at Mismatch quite good. There is four people take away, and then Fanny and her friends having lunch here, and then after that 10 orang, 10 to 15 people with Nick come, then also here.
Oh, nice.
So maybe we should end it first and then we join the food fair, so a lot of customer can know our brand. After that, I can collect my database customer and then I 我慢慢开一个店。
这
today we have our sampler boxes. So the sampler box comes with 1 roll, 2 mochi muffins and a cookie for $10. Oh, we have a line.
1 more minute.
The grand opening of Guilt-Free Food is probably the biggest milestones that I achieved in this entire startup journey. Could you use your charm to tell people that this is a special sampler box? $10. 4 rolls and a mochi muffin. Yes. Best deal ever. It is extremely exhausting for me because that entire week I am running with only 2 crew, 2 neurodiverse crew. 太过后了，你就放多一点那个奶。I keep telling myself, it's the last day because I can get to sleep in the following day. And that was pretty much my mantra when I was working that day. 我们快要完了，我们一起加油。
All right, welcome to Guilt-Free Food opening.
Are we opening?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
Okay,
go.
let's go. All right, here you go. There you go.
Wow, thank you so much. Okay, give me a hug. I get a lot of people coming to the shop to congratulate me. Look, despite being retrenched, despite, she is in her late 40s, she did it with this store.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Here you go.
There you go, enjoy.
I'm very touched with the fact that a lot of my friends I've not seen for a long time, they came down despite of the very, very bad weather. And they still want to insist like, hey Joyce, open up my curtain and say hi. Selfie, quick. Yeah, thank you for coming. This is community, this is relationship. And this is what business is all about. It's not a hi-bye thing, it's all about relationship. Hello. 好，谢谢你。This 6 years after retrenchment, I think on the surface, a lot of people think, oh, I take my retrenchment very, very well. But I think a lot of people didn't realize the retrenchment actually bruised my ego quite a fair bit. It was horrible because for the 1 year, 1 solid year, when I was actually being jobless, and you see your bank account kind of dwindling down, and I've got 2 young kids, it's a scary feeling. But today, I'm super proud of what I have achieved. This is a closure of what had happened to me 6 years ago. And it actually opens up a new chapter. And I love this. I love this. The family support is most important. Moments whereby I felt, okay, I just couldn't do it. But when you look at the family, you just feel that you are living for a purpose. 你要一个给我哈。
Goes by and one of cracker thing.
抱抱我，我想你哦。等妈妈一下子哈。Okay. I want to make sure that the family, is being provided, but at the same time, they learn something with me. 可以等我先吗？不要拍着哦，等我。谢谢你们。你们等了很久了。
我呢？
谢谢你们，不是你。你们。
No, 你在说那个门将的门。
不是门将的门，是你们的门。This journey has been very, very fulfilling as a parent because my kids actually saw me how, not just me, my husband and I, both of us, how we hustle. I think the good side about having, my own business and the kids being able to witness that means they understand the value of resilience and grit. Give me a high five. Give me a high five. I appreciate both of you, okay? The kitchen will not be able to function and produce so many rolls. Okay, let me think. How many rolls have I produced? It's ridiculous. 600 rolls today. Don't you think you guys did a good job? I'm so happy. Thank you so much.
The tree will start to have...
Going to Vietnam to look at this whole manufacturing thing made you feel like almost like a proud dad.
Beautiful.
At that point in time, we weren't selling Kick online yet. Hopefully we have an e-commerce up soon. I always have fun creating websites. I created Park Bench Deli websites and Kick's websites. I think an experience of opening an e-commerce site is very different from opening a restaurant. E-commerce is a whole different ballgame where you have to have third-party deliveries and all these kinds of things. There's extra cost to your end customer. You end up buying a $13 jar for like 20-something bucks. So I was actually losing money having an e-commerce website. That was pretty tough. I had to bite the bullet and actually close the online shop. I got scared. But right now, we're a small batch producer, so we wanted to keep it small, keep it tight, have some people that believe in good quality products in their stores, put our products in there and kind of let people try it. Don't Run Away is a sandwich shop and a grocer in Juchiat. They reached out asking me to work with them, collaborate in a sandwich format, but also sell Kick at their store. And yeah, it was a good opportunity for us to work together where I got to showcase Kick, but also create a sandwich. Thank you. This is our spicy coating with the Kick chili. It's got some good heat to it that we kind of mix through. So once the chefs fry the fried chicken, we take the fried chicken and we kind of dunk it in here, and then we assemble the sandwich after. Our take on an old school coleslaw. It's a really nice slaw that helps cut that spiciness from this place too. And then we add a couple dill pickles inside. They're shook, man. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome. So there's this is the cheesecake one, there's the shoyu one, and the skeleton. This is on the little toast called Park Bench Deli, and it's a fried chicken sandwich from Park Bench Deli, and we kind of coat the chicken with the spicy coating mixed with the Kick chili itself. So creating Kick to the end product, you have to create the stickers, get the jars, manufacture, look for the right ingredients, and then the shipping, landed costs averages about almost $6 per jar, and we sell it about the $12 to $14 range. I think it's a decent margin. About 13 of these left. The future for Kick, it's actually something that's a tough market right now. Mr. President Donald Trump has made the tariffs very expensive for me to send it to the States. So something that I thought was made cheap in Vietnam, I could send it back to the States and try to sell it with my family, selling in New York and California and all that. I don't think I could do that anymore. It's got garlic crunch to it. Hopefully it does well in Singapore and takes off a little bit more than what I have in mind. And then we'll see where it goes from there. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for your friendship.
After Mesame, the plans are continue building traction into our fan base in Singapore by joining food fairs.
We are prepping for Gastro Beats. It's an event, annual event that's being held in Bayfront event space. Our box is much cheaper because this is a long-term event. This is a 3-week event. Our box alone is not even 2 weeks, it's only 6 days. But this is a long-term event. So rental plus electricity, I pay about 10K. And our box is almost 5K. Per day, I need to clear about maybe in figures, maybe 1,500, 2,000 to break even plus profit.
Is it difficult to make profit or even break even Yes, the short answer is yes, because it's very challenging. One, the place is in outdoors. Yeah, you know the Singaporean weather is so specifically somehow ridiculously hot that during opening at 4 p.m. up until 6 p.m. almost no like really much going on because it was unbearable. People will start coming in at 7 above. By then, your only prime time is only 3 hours. That would not account for the rain. If it rains, then it's game over. And then the issue is the rental. The rental keeps going high, keeps getting up. And above all that, there's still a large percentage of GTO, which is we share our revenue with the organizer. That's been the challenge.
Right now we have the pork satay, right now we have the rolling pork because we want to spread the menu. So
I took the opportunity to expand more on the innovation that I make in Mesame into the Gastropit market, which is in the Balinese rolling pork. It ended up being in the top 5 most sales in the whole month of Gastropits.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Besides doing food fairs, right now we are ongoing have a discussion with our investors. Maybe there's a possibility for us to open in Singapore in a permanent location.
Toa Payoh initial injection for the setup of the store was around $60,000. So that fact of choosing the stainless person, choosing the Reno person, and choosing my designing of the menu board was very important. I can tell you that no matter how good you are, if you don't open a few stores, you don't close a few stores, you will never know. Alright, you mix, then you put inside the plastic container. Okay. Which is at your left, on your left. On your left there. Alright. Toa Payoh, we seemed like a very good location because car park was behind. In front of us was HDB and also there was officers around. And there's a church on the right. Okay. And we found that, okay, this seems to be an all-rounder situation. And in terms of the things that I learned, you need to have all-rounder. If you bang a buck on one, which is what happened at Punggol, which is what happened at Novena, you will not make it. 19? 19. No need lah. 16 half also.
19 can get 4.
194.
It's quite normal to have a bit of jitters on the first day, so I think he's slightly nervous. But he has already done this a few times, so I think he is experienced enough to know what needs to be done and what not to be done.
不要换多一个，不要浪费啊 ，just 拿出来。OK，alright， 丢掉，帮我洗这个。Confirm got mistake. Confirm you can see me angry and confirm got a lot of things lah, but I would say it's part and parcel. Everybody know what they need to do and what's gonna happen. But of course, everybody is also nervous. Relax. So the only thing I can do is do my best. I can do nothing more than that. How you gonna get for me now?
I will figure a way out.
Okay, I need 10 1/3, 10 1/6.
10 1/3, 10 1/6.
Alright, you get me plastic one or metal one, I don't really care, but I need it in 30 minutes. My wife, she's a chef, so she know what I need in terms of, I only got 2 hands and 1 brain, left side, right side brain. So I only can think that much. What she can do and what she knows that she needs to help me with is to think the other things or try to lighten my load. And I'm very lucky to have her. Just one spicy, one pork. Nah. Okay, so this one, right? You cut half first because 你这样滑嘛. So you just cut half first.
Like Remus is a left-hander, most of them are right-handers. So for him, it's going to be a challenge because everything is right-handed. He has to, watch the videos, but then after he needs to think it in his way, how does a left-hander do? I mean, for him, luckily Gordon Ramsay is left-handed, so he can watch Gordon Ramsay videos. Yeah.
我直接 just 你 just 切一半. So I'm a left-hander. So my chef is a right-hander, but that doesn't concern me that much, honestly, because I've been doing that my whole entire life. Hi.
Then the number 3, the on egg, can make it
Omelette?
cooked.
Yeah, I can do omelette for you.
Okay, can.
Okay, like one salmon omelette. $4 chicken at $2 edamame. Is that okay? Having here or take away?
Take away.
Take away, okay, can. It'll be very full. High protein this one. Okay. In Singapore, a lot of us like to more carbs, less meat. I try to do the ratio of 40, 30, 30, something like this. So it's like 30% vegetables or protein or whatsoever, and then 30% of the vegetable protein, and then 40% carbs. If the salmon is not enough, we give one more piece. If the chicken breast is not enough, we give a few more pieces. A few cents for us can make a major difference in the business. 哇，3万1，不好吃的，好吃的，熟的，但是我现在才做而已，As a Singaporean, you know, when our friends come, or overseas or foreigner comes, you always want to show them, hey, I want to show you good food. Follow me. I want to show you the hawker. My hawker, whether is it at Marine Parade or at Toa Payoh, it's something meaningful to you. Where you stay nearby, you can try everything already. Not nice, okay. Also, can give you back the money if you're not happy with it. But I must know why also lah. I always thought that I want to be the hawker, that person that people remember about my food. That is something that I hold very dear, deeply in my heart lah, in terms of I want people to remember that this is where Singapore food started from. Like new order one mentai.
Oi, sir.
I thought I found my purpose, you know, when I first opened up the shop. But I realized that the purpose was there, but it wasn't prominent enough. If you can find a reason to motivate, you know, the day-to-day operation, we are able to run, long run. You know, like what you said, the long game, right? And not just a sprint. So I used to have 2 neurodiverse crew, both of them, you know, started with me, right? But unfortunately, Rachel stays in Yishun. And then one day she came back to me, she said, you know, the commute is actually putting a lot of stress on everyone. So it's about 1.5 hours of commute. And it is what it is. I say, well, you know, it's a pity because she does actually have the skill set to do more things, and I was ready to teach her more things. Then for Nick, unfortunately, too much accident happened. Cut himself, the saucepan was hot, bang into Rachel. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So I've tried like 5 months, no, actually 6 months with him. Good morning. Today, I specially organized a community event. So I wanted to invite all the neighbors around this neighborhood to come in, you know, to have free bakes, free drinks. But unfortunately, it's raining right now. We'll see what happens. Oh! Oh, wow! People come! Oh my goodness, people come! People come! Can you guys help me to bring the stuff up? Ayo! Oh, wow! Would you like to have a roll of mochi muffin?
Can we help you with anything?
No, I want you guys to enjoy the food on me. How have you guys been? At 9 o'clock, people streaming in. Incredible. I was like, oh my God, you know, I need to get everything out. Hey, Dr. Sima, try this. This is my vegan cinnamon roll.
Wow.
Yeah. 哎，这个是素咯，全素。I think for the first 2 months was fantastic. Everybody was just curious and they wanted to, you know, I have long queues, you know, before the shop actually opened. However, I took a break. And it was a long break. It was almost a 1 month break. Not the smartest move. It's out of sight, out of mind. So when I came back the 4th month, we were struggling, but we still managed to break even. And so this month is our 5th month, and we have been very strong and aggressive in all our communication, reaching out to a lot of new people. Okay, 3, 2. Thank you. I want guilt-free food to be a brand that people can be very proud of it because it's made in Singapore, built for Singaporeans, and I want to go beyond Singapore.
So today is the last day of Blackburn's operations. Not just Blackburn is ceasing, but everybody in this place are going to close very soon. I would say rumors that this new owner's going to take over and they're going to make this place into non-halal. So we already stopped selling our products or our food. It's been a week ago. Trash bag, sorry. We have been operating for a good 10 months. No matter how much we try our best doing the menu, our marketing, and how we try to attract the crowd, but yeah, really, I feel like it's still not enough. It's been a struggle. There were good days, there were bad days, but the bad days was on really consistent, like we are not doing that well. So basically, I'm coming back here just to get my stuff, retrieve back all of my things, a little bit of cleanup here and there. And yeah, and this thing belongs to me. I just gonna take whatever is mine. So like the smaller ones like bowls, knives, even some all those plastics, right? Because it's coming out for my own pocket money, then I'll just bring back. Or if not, if I can give lah. Because at the end of the day, rather than I throw, then I just bless to somewhere else lah. Yeah. Yeah. So all these utensils also belong to them. So so I'm not gonna take. Until now, I haven't able to sell this. I'm gonna bring this trophy back. Yeah. So I'm gonna bring back this tomahawk. So I also don't know what to do with tomahawk at home also. 2, 3. Got 4 racks. So yeah, can share with the whole family. Or maybe I can do a special event at home. God knows. I do have a friend that doing wood fire grill business also. Maybe I can sell it to them on the cheaper price or even half the price. So I mean, nothing will go waste. Because at the end of the day, if I bring back the wood, what am I supposed to do with the wood also? Yeah. Yeah. This place leaves me a lot of memories from day one until now. I keep telling myself it was a very bittersweet journey because it was from the beginning that I've came to set up Blackburn and I run the operations for that beautiful solid 10 months. Because Rafi didn't pay and he went MIA just like that, I've been forking out my own money for around 4 to 5K, and with this money I have to pay suppliers. A lot of things just happened during that 10 months and I learned a lot of lessons along the way, and I wish we could last for maybe another couple of months because I was achieving for at least a year. Yeah, but it didn't turn out to be my way. As for me and Surya, we still have to move on with life. I don't think I'm planning to moving to somewhere else because I find it that in the market itself of opening a shop is quite scary, I would say. A few outlets or a few brands are already closing because they really cannot make money. So if I have to throw my resume to find job, then okay, it's practically fine for me. Yeah.
Just a year ago, and now it's just empty. Yeah. Just tough. F&B in Singapore, it's very, very tough. I think I put into Blackburn is about $20,000 to $30,000, and when I received the mail from Vincent, I know I'm already about $60,000 deep in debt. Imagine for myself, it's just Blackburn that just closed down, but for Vincent, it's the entire shop. It must be very difficult for him. Yeah. So this is where, just a year ago, this one, yeah, this fan. Just a year ago, there's so much memories. I still remember the first day I lit up the wood fire. Ta-da! The excitement that Surya and I and Yan, we had this amazing time together. Then I remember the table, we had the countertop, the fridge was here, the sink. I still feel disbelief in disbelief that within such a short time frame, like the hard work just off. Bye-bye. So yeah, sad. In my honest opinion, I feel that the current climate in Singapore for the F&B scene, it's getting from just bad to worse. The number one killer is always rental. Then secondly is the staff, because our hours are long. Not a lot of locals want to work that long. And then the price of our goods, is going up. A lot of people, they are not dining as much as it was. So it's very difficult. Where I feel that a lot of business, they are scaling down. Some even close down. So I don't see a sustainable way currently. My plans currently, right now, is to cover up all the losses that I have lost, to make up the mistakes that I have made with my staff. And would I ever want to go through the same pain again? Not now. I'm still recovering from this pain and the losses and everything.
After a month of operation, we decided to launch a new dish called Wagyu Donburi. We wanted to see whether people would be willing to spend. So it's to see whether do they trust us with their money for the food. So I think that was a very, very important factor to see where we are in the community. So I think it went very, very well in terms of the data that we got back and the customer profile that enjoyed it. Yeah, and then from there we are moving on, and we've been doing new dishes every 2 or 3 months. It's about the people I work with. My model works in a way where we look forward to the future. My chefs have their own profit sharing, their own incentive and a month. My outlet chef in Marine Parade, he's co-owner with me at Toa Payoh. My Toa Payoh outlet chef is going to be co-owner with me soon. It's basically giving them the feeling of how I'm feeling. A business to own, something to be proud of, and knowing that we are not, you grind it out all day, but there's no looking forward to something else.
Let's see what's cooking today. Yes.
Hello.
So welcome to our playground. So essentially this entire area is for all kinds of food makers. Yes. So from private chefs who want to showcase their food or do product launches, they are totally permitted to do so. And of course,
how do I find out about incubator is Google. So I just type in Cloud Kitchen facility Singapore, and then the name pop up.
So at Incubator, we cater to various food ventures. We also provide a fully equipped kitchen studio that provides all the essential equipment and appliances for a typical food startup. And what we also do is to provide flexible and affordable memberships that could spread from a week or so right up to the sky's the limit.
Masak apa nak? Mangkok yang lebih kecil dah ada dah.
Jadi gini ya, di apa?
Ini
Disaring dulu aja, disaring dulu tak tahu di sini. Incubator take of all of our checklists in our partner collaboration. We're not just looking for partnerships just for the sake of funding or even like collaboration between brand A and brand B. We are looking at all aspects. So the current arrangement for us right now is to begin with a 3-month contract. So during these 3 months, we really just trying to get a grip of our product into the Singaporean market.
See? Yeah, like this.
Ma, can you move? Mengganggu. We're looking at maybe 3 or 4 more business models. We can go B2B, we can go pre-packed food, we can go full-scale dining, we can go fully online ghost kitchen style. So we do like a prioritization, but the end goal is to strike all 4. Yeah, because our product can be made into these 4 business models. So actually, why we want to enter Singapore market it's part of our major project to think long term, because this is a long-term game. Yeah, it's a long game.
Okay.
Yeah. We grew Park Bench Deli serving Singapore sandwiches from this little shop over here. And once COVID happened, where work from home happened and all those kind of things, we couldn't capture enough sales to actually cover an expensive rent in the CBD.
The day that we closed, I was outside staring at my shop, I just broke down and cried. It's hard to let it go.
We are still looking to try to open it back if we can.
Pretty nerve-wracking, actually. It's like it's actually happening, that we're doing a pop-up and we got to bring the brand alive again. The fun things of a restaurant, putting signages up. The stressful thing about a restaurant, running it. 等下一点
So this is actually a collaboration with the pantry at Dempsey for 3 months. It's an opportunity that they've given us to reestablish our brand in a temporary space. We're testing out the market for 2026, serving some sandwiches.
And then this one should be done already. It's 5 hours already. It's a bit dry, huh? So today is the day before we're opening Park Bench Deli, and our team's just getting everything ready and prepared for opening day itself. So right now we're kind of testing all the different sandwiches that we're doing for tomorrow. This is the Cubano sandwich. Pickles, cheese, we have pork lard. Better?
Yeah.
Better. Done. Thank you, chef. So this is one of our first sandwiches we ever did in Park Bench Deli. It's our take on a peanut butter jelly sandwich. One of my favorite things growing up eating. And Chef Fells coated it with some cornflakes, and then she's gonna deep fry it real quick. Food right now tastes good, but we're only making one when it's busy, and we're actually making about 20, 30, 40 of them. We want to try to keep it as consistent as possible, and that's the main thing. That's our goal. So every sandwich from the first customer to the last customer is tasting the same thing. With Kick's Garlic Chili Crunch, we're actually putting it on every table, where we'll sell it at the shop too, but every table gets it as a condiment to their sandwiches and their food.
No, don't need sauce. Don't need sauce.
We're just trying to calm ourselves down by just making sure everything operationally flows okay. But in restaurants, no matter how prepared you are, something's gonna happen. Hopefully we don't make any mistakes for the customer side or the food side or anything like that. Hi, good morning. How are you doing? We have a temporary pop-up here for 3 months, so it should be fun. Yeah, we're inside. Feel free to go in. Someone at the door will kind of help you out a little bit. Today was pretty crazy. It's really touching to see so many people come, even on day one. Oh, I'm crying now. Definitely crying after like, what, 6 hours?
Those who have no reservation, waiting time is about 1 hour. Okay. Yeah.
But I think we have a lot of improvements to do. I think maybe our kitchen wasn't as ready as we thought we would be. Our goal is to try to hit people like with sandwiches by 15 minutes. And we were dragging to about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. It was a bit too long and we couldn't catch up. So we ended up having to close the shop at the end, or like 2 instead of 4. Yeah, at least walk out with the sandwich rather than walk out empty-handed. Decent day one. It's been pretty pretty tiring, but all good. Let me bring this tray out. Whether you invest into a restaurant or to do a short-term one, it all has its pros and cons. But I think majority of the players still want to, open their own shop and run a restaurant. Maybe one day we'll open a shop. We don't know. But yeah, 3 months is pretty good for now. It's day one and I'm dying already.
I don't have the formula to succeed in Singapore. Everyone's got different challenges. I don't think it's a single challenge. You could get 19 of the 20 right, and then that one thing could screw you up too. I think that's the toughest challenge when there's so much restaurants on one street and you can kind of walk the whole street and actually not enter a single door. But you do your best and try your best and see what's up.